He is one of those players you really got to watch out for, and tends to kind of get underappreciated, I think, in some senses. So hopefully this next season, nobody doubts Fao. I believe it. We're getting into our game here. We're in moving. They're off to the races.
Yeah, this looks like, I would say Senegal, maybe. Black car is interesting. Yeah, it's very typical sort of suburban Senegal look here. It's kind of just vibes, but I think both players will probably pick up on that.
Yeah, most definitely. I believe this black car is quite common near Dakar, near the capital of Senegal here. And again, you have that really sandy, deserty look. Yeah, just over near Dakar. Kratsooo a little closer there, picking up some points. Did Kratsooo get some facial hair going? Does he have a mustache now?
Yeah, he does.
That's kind of huge.
I was going to point it out, yeah.
That's big from him. Chat, thoughts on the mustache? I want to hear it. All right, we go into round 2, 1.5 times damage. We're in Africa again. This time we're in Nigeria. As we can see, there's that car following behind. Super common in Nigeria. You always see it. That little police car there.
Yeah, definitely that Toyota helpful. Follow car is very, very common. A great clue for Nigeria. You almost always see it behind the Google car. They're looking at the same sign. It says Kogi State, which is the one south of Abuja. That is where Fao is. Kratsooo, I think, is trying to check the borders, and I'm not sure it's popping up. There we go. So they both see Kogi State. Definitely one of the most common clues in Nigeria is to look around in the moving game for the states, because they write them on a lot of signs.
Yeah, very helpful in Nigeria for sure. Also, cover your cough, guys, as the sign said. Stay safe. Don't spread germs. Round 3, 2 times damage already. Fao not even wanting to move around. He's got a sign right there. Is he going to look at it? Nope, he just wants to...
I think he can see it.
Oh, he can read it. Yep, he can read the split there. That is a big city. Both players will definitely know that in Croatia, recognizing the town name.
Yep, although it's a split in Rijeka, those are pretty far away from each other, so it still could be pretty much anywhere along that coast. Kratsoo's locked in, though.
Yeah, Kratsooo in quick.
Good. I don't know, he may have found one of the other towns on the sign. I'm not quite sure.
It's possible. Is he opting for a little water hedge?
Yeah.
No, Kratsooo gets it. He's there. He's on it. We go into the next round. Still pretty even here. No players taking more than 800 damage, so that's pretty close. Round 4. But we do have 2.5 times damage on what I would believe to be Russia.
I'd say Eastern Russia, yeah, on the coast. Yeah, they've got the same exact idea here. So we have the white car, which you'll see much more commonly in the east of Russia. And then this sort of overcast coverage with the water, of course, makes sense for the East Coast. Yeah.
One of the very helpful tips for Russia is these players will learn those specific Google cars and where those Google cars did their coverage, and that can be a big help.
Absolutely. Yep. One of the best ways to learn Russia.
Most definitely. Round 5 here. 3 times. We're straight in.
He's just locking in. I was wondering if he'd try for the 5K, because it's Vienna. We have Vienna street signs, which are fairly distinctive. They have the district written on them. So this should be, it's District 10. So I think we're south, pretty far south of the city center. But we're just going to go central. Yeah.
Go central. Put Jake in. You would have 5K'd.
Yeah, and it would have gotten me like 20 points.
But, you know, that's 20. Guys, 21. 21 in the chat. Round 6.
It's British Isles, I would say here. White backplates, so I might lean Ireland on this.
Yeah, it should be.
Stop written on the road, and we're driving left. Fao with a region guess here. He's going northwest. I don't think he has info. I think he just is vibe guessing here.
Yeah, that seems like something Fao would do more than Kratsooo in a moving game. Opt to basically play it as no moving at times. And just go for it. Kratsooo opts to continue to look for whatever he can. Slightly different play styles there.
I will say though, definitely don't underrate Fao in moving. Maybe he feels like Kratsooo has the advantage because Kratsooo is such a good moving player. But Fao, he does play a good amount of moving. I played a lot of team tournaments with him, and he's an excellent moving player. So
most definitely
don't discount him.
Yes, he definitely is. We're at round 7 here, and it's still quite close.
So,
round 7.
Regensburg. So Kreis Regensburg is written. So Regensburg is quite a large city in Germany. It's north of Munich. So what they're seeing here on this sign, oh gosh. So they both found Regensburg. So quick explanation for those who aren't sure. The thing that is written at the bottom of those town entry signs in Germany is called a Kreise, which is basically like a district. And if you learn, again, there's about 400 of them, so it's kind of a pain. But if you learn them all, you become basically a superhuman at moving in Germany because of how often they show up on the signs.
Yeah, very impressive if you can learn all those. On round 8 here, Kratsooo opting for a very quick guess in Colombia. Fao trying to find whatever he can.
Yeah, it says Bogota on it. Yep. Very
and they're
nice.
both there.
So what Faust saw at the last second was there's a license plate printed on the side of the commercial vehicle, which you'll see a lot in Colombia, and they have the city name written on them, so they're super helpful.
Round 9, and it's still so close, but Kratsooo with a pretty big lead. So Fao really needs a comeback here. If he can't deal some good damage here, he'll need to on our next round, which could be the final one if it doesn't end here.
We are approaching the round limit. Yep, it's do or die now. This looks maybe like Colombia again, but this one is a lot more rural, so we could see some serious damage here.
Yeah, we definitely could. It seems like they're possibly sort of close to each other.
Yeah, they see a city in the distance down in the valley.
Yeah, big city directly south. They're both thinking that might be Bogota south of them.
Let's see if it is. It is not.
Wow.
Wow. Well, there were definitely some points on offer there, but Fao's going to have to get it done in round 10 now.
Now he does. Only 10 points. 10. Quick little 10. Round 10.
South Africa. Definitely a country that's big. Fao with the insta-send. He knows he needs to win. He knows he needs to put the pressure on, so I understand the strategy here.
It's the only way. Kratsooo finding whatever he can. He hasn't seen anything. He's going to have to vibe guess it. Who will be closer?
Oh my gosh, it's close. It's really close.
Fao a little closer.
I think Fao... Oh, he wins it.
Wait, he wins it off just that. The round 10, as we know, the 10-round limit. Whoever has the most health at the end takes it. The claps from Kratsooo, that's good.
I sense a little bit of sarcasm in that little round of applause from Kratsooo.
Yeah.
Game ending on a 300-point difference with a round limit is unfortunate for him, for sure.
Definitely unfortunate, especially considering the showing he was putting on there. He was definitely kind of leading that game, I would say, even though it was very close. He did have that upper hand till the very end.
Yeah, it's a super unfortunate ending it for him with the insta-guess. Just Fao hoping for the best, and it just about worked out. Anyway, do we have a Russia here? We may have a Russia.
I believe we do. We're starting our no-moving game now. Again, the players can't move around now. They just get this 360 panorama, and that is it. No multiplying the damage.
Interesting. Yeah, it's probably somewhere fairly north in Russia, Arkhangelsk or Komi or Khanty-Mansi, something like that. Which is, I do like Kratsoo's guess, because you see a lot of, I think there's a lot of sort of oil pipelines and stuff in that area. Fao's a good deal further west, though.
Yeah, that's a pretty big difference. No multi yet, though. Shouldn't be too crazy, but it is Russia. Big country, big points, even without the multi.
Either of them could be right here. These are both good guesses, in my opinion.
Yeah, these are both great guesses. Fao!
It's Fao.
Fao on it. That's a lot of damage to take on round 1. Kratsooo does not look too happy about that on the cam. As we go into round 2, multis now slightly in effect, 1.5 times damage.
Is this Colombia again? A lot of Colombia so far. Fao opting to go a little more south. This is a tough round. Colombia is a very difficult country to region guess within. The reason, for people who are curious, the reason people they know that it's Colombia, these little wooden fences on the side of the road, very, very, very common in Colombia. And you have an antenna sticking out of the Google card that's also a pretty good tell.
Yeah. Also, of course, just the general agriculture, foliage. Looks very Colombian.
Yep.
Kratsooo a little closer there. That's 8. That's 8, chat. 8.
Every bit counts.
Yeah. Round 3.
It's like the Philippines. We have a concrete road, which is a very good clue for the Philippines. Round sort of concrete poles and the white car are all very good tells for Philly. Well, Philly, sure, as we call it in the community.
Yes, Philippines.
Don't think I'm talking about Philadelphia, but yeah. we love to
classic.
Come up with shorthands.
Well, now you guys know. We like calling Philippines Philly in the GeoGuessr community here. But yeah, concrete road is one of those big ones that is really helpful to learn for Philippines.
Absolutely. Yeah, you see concrete roads all over the country. Region guessing it is another matter. It's a very difficult country to narrow down.
Definitely. Kratsooo, amazing guess there. And with 2 times damage, that's a big hit to Fow.
Yeah, that's major for Kratsooo. He knows he needs to win this after losing the moving game, so awesome guess there.
Very good. We go into round 4 here, 2.5 times damage. We are back in Nigeria, as we can see by the general landscape, of course, as well as that classic police follow car behind us.
Yep, they're looking around seeing if they can see anything on the signs. I don't think either of them has found anything particularly useful. They're going to guess in pretty similar areas by the looks of it. Trying to line up a road.
Yeah, they're doing what they can. If there's anything they can do. A little Ibadan guess possibly from Kratsooo. Fow opting to be pretty central south.
Yeah, reasonably similar guesses, although Kratsooo's a bit further west. Alright, it's more east, Enugu.
Yep, farther east. Evens it up a little bit, but still a Kratsooo lead here. We go to round 5, 3 times damage now.
This is an interesting one. I thought it might be Australia, something like
I do like that. Looks like it's
Victoria or Tasmania even? Yeah. I'm going for South Victoria, which I don't mind at all.
A part of me even questioned a possible Queensland, but I think Victoria seems most likely here. Both players are opting to go there. This trees and landscape, very common in Australia.
Switch from Kratsooo, he's now in New South Wales. This could be big. Australia's... Oh, he's switching back. He's not sure.
The confusion, the guessing. I mean, that is the game at the end of the day. The GeoGuessr. He's guessing to Victoria instead of New South Wales, and it works out for him. He would have taken much more damage if he kept it up in New South Wales.
Might have lost, to be honest.
He very well could have.
Happy he switched back there. A dead even here. Wow, interesting round.
Yeah, urban India by the looks of it.
Yep.
This could be quite difficult. There was a little bit of language that could possibly help them on a region. Was that possibly a phone number there? Do they know anything about that?
Looks like a mobile number. I would guess that that's not helpful. That right there might be a district, but it's written in Hindi, so unless either of these guys knows how to read Hindi, that's not going to help too much.
Yeah, there are some players, some pro players who learn lots of languages, and it really can be a big help on rounds like this, but
yep,
difficult. We just have a pretty central guess coming in from Fow. Kratsooo, Rajasthan.
Not the same, but similar. Oh my...
Kratsooo!
I wonder... Did he wins. I wonder if
he wins the game off that.
I wonder if he read it. I wonder if he was able to read the Hindi, or if it was just an amazing guess. I'm actually very curious.
Yeah, me too. That is... Wow, that is kind of insane. Maybe we'll have to ask him about it later, whether or not he knew.
What a guess in the clutch from Kratsooo there.
Yeah.
And it sets up the winner-takes-all in MPZ Game 3. Both going Thailand, but they're in different regions here. kind of like Fow's guess. I don't mind. It looks kind of rubber tree plantation like. I don't mind the Malay Peninsula guess, but we'll see.
I kind of like it too, but it is just not in the peninsula. Farther up north, Kratsooo closer. That's 721 damage down on round 1.
Ooh, is this new Oman coverage ever?
I think it is.
Kratsooo thinks.
Yeah, so recently Google released Street View in Oman. It has a distinctive look. It looks sort of like UAE, as you could imagine. It's Gen 4. It does have a distinct car, which we can't see in this NMPZ lock, but the vibes here look like Oman for sure. The players are locking that in. But
Guesses
Oman
are
is
very
pretty big,
different, though.
so
It's much bigger than you think.
yeah, these are
we switched back,
pretty
though.
spread out guesses.
Oh,
No, and they end up, he should have stuck with it. Ends up being that they guess similar area at the end there, and not too much to write home about.
It's like urban Ecuador. Probably not going to be much between them here. A lot of the cities look pretty similar in Ecuador, especially in MPZ, but I would imagine they're going to hedge fairly central in this round.
Yeah, for this round, a lot of things can indicate Ecuador, but in some sense it's sort of vibes. We do have what looks to be more round concrete poles there, which would be helpful.
Yeah, the Generation 3 coverage is also helpful because there's so much Gen 4 in the surrounding countries, but almost none in Ecuador. For those who don't know, I'm talking about the camera quality. It's kind of less good. The Gen 4 would be a lot more sort of bright and saturated.
And players can use information like that to help make their guesses.
And then the architecture and landscape are just very Ecuadorian as well here. And it's Colombia.
Oh, but it's Colombia. Wow.
Wow.
Nobody getting it, the players or the casters. We go next. It happens, but that's why we're playing GeoGuessr again. As I said, you got to guess. Do your best.
Yeah, there's a reason they're playing and not me, so I figure if they have an idea, I'm just gonna trust them.
So round 4 here looks to be Philippines again. What seems to be a concrete road, as we mentioned earlier.
Yep.
Very good to know.
That classic concrete road with that sort of split line in the middle. Super, super good clue for the Philippines.
Yeah, definitely. Foul locking in quick. Kratsooo taking his time. 1 second. And Kratsooo. That's going to be big points.
It's big. That's the second time that Kratsooo went north on the Philippines and Foul went central, and it ended up being north.
Yeah. I mean, I think Kratsooo expected he would probably win moving in his head. He doesn't. And I think maybe he had a little bit of a reset. Okay, I'm locking in, Foul. I am not going out. And he's showing it.
Yep.
Foul locks in quick here.
These players are so evenly matched in honestly all the modes that this really was a toss-up. So it makes perfect sense that it's going to go in the distance.
Yeah. And very close. That's 207 down to Kratsooo. Nothing crazy here as we go into our next round. Just keeping both players alive around 6. So we do have an octagonal pull here, as we like to call it. That pull there is a very common Mexico pull. You can see it's got little divided sections and it's not perfectly rounded like that. And then with its architecture and everything, it looks very much like Mexico.
Yep, Mexico, difficult country to region guess, especially in an urban environment. Players, similar vibes. They're both pretty close to Guadalajara here. They're probably looking at the architecture, the red bricks on these buildings. I think the bricks are more commonly found further west in Mexico, and in the east of Mexico, you'll get more sort of white-colored bricks. So that's probably shifting their guess a little to the west, I would imagine.
Makes sense. We're learning. We're learning. Fao debating a different city. He does it. He switches over into a city in Nayarit, so they're in different states now. Kratsooo closer. 3.5 times damage.
Close.
That's a big hit, but Fao stays alive on his last leg, 422 health on NMPZ, 4 times damage.
Oh
Anything
my God.
could happen.
It's Canada.
It is Canada. Foul instantly with the PEI, but Kratsooo follows suit actually. PEI is very commonly a little pink tinted in the dirt.
Yep.
So very helpful to know there, and probably what's making them do their guesses. Fao seems to be hoping Kratsooo doesn't know it, but
my
Kratsooo
God.
doesn't.
Don't tell me he
Is
wins.
closer.
He does. Oh my God, on Canada.
Kratsooo wins on Canada. What a way to end the NMPC game between these two legends.